love, the thing we all love to love and also love to hate sometimes, because it's like the stickiest situation ever, is it not? How do you know when somebody truly loves you and when you are truly in love? I feel like that's one of the biggest questions that we face in this world. A lot of the times we get into these connections with people and we think that we are so in love. We feel that they love us too, and it's all gonna be rainbows, cookies, and shitting butterflies. And it's not. It's not ever that easy. It's not ever that simple a lot of the time. Sometimes some people get lucky and they be going through the motions and it's like the golden brick road. They got it laid out for them. But a lot of the time, like most of us regular folk, shit's not that simple. It's really not, and it gets really hard out here, and emotionally it can beat you down a lot of the time. I have been through it. I know you have been through it. So if you clicked on this episode today, we're going to go over some things that hopefully will just help you feel better about love and how to navigate your way through it. Because at least I know myself, and you've probably been through the same, there's been situations time and time again where you've made the same mistakes and or you have come across the same people in different bodies, and you just want to break the chain. You want to realize what's going on, why is this happening, and maybe you can read the signals within yourself to navigate something different. Because I know I have, at least a little bit, and each time a new person has entered my life, it gets better and better. I'm realizing that the things that I wanted to keep from the past situation, I am now bringing into the next and leaving whatever wasn't serving me in the past. That's the way that we got to move about this. Do you truly love them? That should always be your first question, because it doesn't matter. It matters how they're feeling, but number one is, how are you feeling in the situation? Because ultimately, you are the one experiencing your life, and you're the one who's going to have to be in this relationship for long term, short term, whatever it may be. But do you truly love them? And that's something that gets a little fuzzy a lot of the times. I know that for myself. When you are told a lot of things and men are selling you a fairy tale, men, women, whatever, whoever it is you're dealing with. But in my case, a lot of men that will sell you a fairy tale and they will promise you this. They'll tell you that they see your life going like this together. They want to have this, that, and the third. Make it sound all nice. Make it sound like, wow, you must love me, huh? You love me. Like, you love me so much. Like, why else would you say that? Because you love me, right? And you tell me you love me, and I think that you love me. But, when it comes to the actions, sometimes even men can act in a way where, here, you want these? I got them for you. Oh, you want this? Oh, here, I got it for you. Don't worry about that, baby. I got you. And they'll throw all this money around, but money is not love. It's really not. The actions will show you their true love. How they act towards you is everything. Something as simple as remembering something that you said maybe a day, a few hours, weeks ago, and they come back to you with that, saying, hey, I remember you said that you liked Reese's Pieces, and I was in the store and I saw one, and I was just thinking about you. I really wanted you to have a great day, so I got it for you. Here you go. I hope this brings you a little bit of happiness today. That's nice. That's sweet. You thought about it without me having to ask you. You also had meaning behind it without just being like, oh, she likes these Reese's Pieces. Throw them in the bag. I may as well just get them for her. Maybe I'll get some later. That's a completely different action as to thinking about the person that you're trying to get this for and exactly what would make them like it. And the intent behind it is everything. Your intention in life is everything. But a man's intention on how they're acting towards you will say everything. So if they get you something, if they do something, but they're expecting a piece of in return, it's not love. It's not. It is, lust, infatuation on their end. But for you, are you really in love with that man because he's getting you things? If you really look at his personality, are you okay with being treated the way that he treats you on a daily basis for the rest of your life? I really want you to think about that. Are you okay with being treated that way? Because a lot of the time people will settle They will settle for something that they think has a lot of potential. And the potential will try to carry that relationship so far. But potential will only get you so far if the effort is never really put in and they never become that person that you're imagining them to be. But honestly, you need to see them for who they are. Almost every man I have met, man, woman, person, people, will tell you who they are within you getting to know them. Almost 100% of the time, unless they're really, that up there, almost 100% of the time, they are going to tell you exactly who they are, how they would act, how they've acted in the past. Now it's whether you're willing to hear them for who they are saying that they are, whether you are ready to see them for who they truly are, because that can be such a make or break in the relationship. A lot of the time, at least for me, and I've seen it in a lot of women personally, we get so infatuated by, you're showing me this, oh, this, that. Oh, he said he likes these. I like these too. That's his favorite color. That's mine too. Oh, he said he had this type of situation happen and, maybe I had something similar. That's not what you need to be paying attention to. If he said that, I used to be a cheater, but, that's just life. Things go on. I'm a different person now. Take note. Always take notes. Like you're in school, there's a presentation on the board. What are you supposed to do while they're clicking through the slides? Taking notes. And that's what you need to do for every single relationship, because they are listing out who they are to you. And whether you're willing to write down that piece of information or not, you're going to see it later on. So you may as well take it down now and realize that is who they are. And they are telling you who they are. Don't ignore it, because it's going to put you in a position later on in the relationship where you are fully invested and you're thinking that you're so in love when you're truly not, because you're not in love with who that person really is. You are in love with the potential and who you imagine them to be. It's two different things. Two completely different things. Please listen and see people for who they show you and tell you that they are. That's number one. Number one. It's just like having a job, having a regular job. Say somebody is, I want to be the next big NFL player. I think that I'm going to go to the league. And if they never go to one practice, if they never look at any film, if they haven't even lifted a weight in years, what gives you the idea that they're going to make a big NFL player? That they have that potential to do that? No, they have the imagination to do it, but they're not obviously taking any action to get it done. So that tells you exactly how shit's gonna play out for them later in life. They're never gonna make it to the league if you never put any effort in. And you're never gonna have a strong relationship or love in that relationship if you are not putting any effort into it. One of the most simple things that you can do is remember somebody's birthday. That's something that I came across. Honestly, a lot of times. But there's one situation specifically, and I'm going to give you guys a little tea onto me. Tea for Imani Rina, I guess. There was this one situationship that I was in because, I was in my little Lulu La La Land, and I thought that this person loved me. I was talking to them for years, long distance. Girl, 4 years of this. First year, I could see maybe you not remembering because my birthday was I think a month or two after me and this man meeting, right? Okay, maybe I didn't tell you. I'm not even sure. It was such a long time ago. Maybe I didn't say anything about it, but I think I said something on my actual birthday. Happy birthday. Great. All right, cool. Next year, you've known me for a while. I definitely brought it up and you said it to me the previous year. If you care, and if you telling me you care as much as you said you cared, then I would think that you could at least think that around the month, I know it's coming up, let me go look back in our old messages to see the day if I can't remember. That's how my brain works. I think that's how almost every girl's brain works. But, okay, whatever. That year, you didn't say anything on my birthday. We were talking a few days before that, boom, ghost. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay, I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that one slide. I'm gonna let it slide. Year number 3, Number 3, I am actually having a pretty good day. I got a hotel room for myself, just to be alone. I was in my mom's house, full house. I have 4 other siblings, full house. I think at that time my niece was born too, so like a newborn baby was in the house as well. I just wanted some space. So I go get a hotel room and I was having a good time vibing. I think I was like freshly 22, like hell yeah, I'm in this bitch, I'm lit by myself. But that's all that I needed. Anyway, so I'm talking to him, trying to just maybe think that you'll remember, you'll get it. I'm giving hints. Yeah, she's here. Maybe what is she doing? Like, what is it? I let the whole day go by without saying a word about it because it's not my responsibility if you do not remember, and that just tells me a lot that I need to know about you. So whole day goes by. 12 o'clock on the dot. I'm not gonna lie, it was a really sad night for me because I was like, what the fuck, you got me fucked up right now. But swallowed that fat pill. Next morning, why didn't you tell me happy birthday? Then I met with oh, I didn't even know. Why didn't you say anything? Why the freaking nut did you not remember? It's been years now. You've known me for years. Obviously, I feel like that's just dumb. That's playing stupid to me. That's playing really freaking stupid. And then after that, proceeded to say, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal because birthdays aren't that big of a deal to me, so I don't tell anybody happy birthday. I don't care what you tell anybody else. I'm me. I am nobody else other than me. And if that's something that matters to me and you're telling me that you love me, that you want this, that, and the third with me, then you can remember a simple date. Because if you can't remember that, that's showing me who you are and how you will act later on. The 4th year was just non-existent at that point. I had kind of given up throughout it, tried to hold on a little bit. It wasn't going. But you can't hold on to something that you don't truly want and you know that's not good for you at the end of the day. And I feel like there's always people, things, whatever you want to call them. I call them spirit guides, looking after you, and things are always meant to play out the way that they do. And if things are not working out, they were never meant to work out. And if you're really feeling a push to get the frick away from somebody, get the frick away from them. Please do it. But that's just showing you action will tell you who that person is. And indecision is decision, as in inaction is action. Take that. Please take that. Because if someone is not acting on how they are supposed to act, they are telling you and showing you that the other way that they're acting right now is how they're going to proceed to act the rest of the time that you know them. Now, don't give them that place to stand on if you don't want them to be in that area that you're in, because obviously it's time for them to go. It's time for them to get up out of here because you don't belong here if you're not going to show me the respect that I deserve. And that just comes with, I feel like, common decency. It's not even full out love, but that's common decency and respect for who you are as a person. So don't think that that's love. Please don't take that as love, because that's not love. And somebody who can forget a pivotal point in life for you is easy to forget anything else that's going to happen for you in life. They're never going to be happy for you in life, I feel as though. But I'm going to let that one go. Just please take people's actions as what they are, and please accept them for what they are, and proceed to move accordingly. The importance, and I think this is such a big thing when it comes to love in general, because we tend to downplay it, I guess, a little bit, but self-love is key. It is really key. Like they love to say, and I love to say now as well, you cannot pour from an empty cup into somebody else's cup to fill them up. It's not going to work. You're pouring air. You're running on gas. It's not going to move anywhere. It's not going to benefit. If anything, it's going to drain you even more to the point where your glass is going to bust. Spontaneously combust. Okay? Because self-love is literally not what you think. It's not me taking care of myself and making sure my skin is clear, I'm drinking my juices, and I have all my veggies. And that's good, that's great, that's amazing. That's your health. I feel like that's basic necessity. But self-love, when it comes to love and relationships and how that lines up, is that self-love is boundaries. Self-love is knowing your self-worth. Knowing that you are not going to tolerate any I want to say the word, but I need to stop cursing. but knowing that you're not going to tolerate anything less than what you deserve. And a lot of men and women will take advantage, people in general, in a workplace, will take advantage of you if they can and if you let them. So knowing yourself and truly loving who you are and being okay with who you are on the inside makes it that much harder for somebody to try to penetrate that wall that you have. And I'm not saying a wall of defense is to you're not open to love, because that is a mistake. Always be open to love. Love is love. Love is everything. Love makes the world go round. But if someone tries to take you for a fool and you don't play that, you gotta wall up for don't try to play with me. And they try to push one of them bricks in like Jenga and it comes right back and hit them in the face, then they know not to play with you, and they know that you're way more than what they're trying to give you. You're worth way more than what they're trying to provide to you right now, and they're less likely to stick around and try to keep poking holes in that wall that's going to smack them in the face every time, because they're getting hurt at the end of the day, trying to hurt you. So know where you stand in the boundaries that you hold within yourself to have a stronger relationship with the others around you. Another thing that comes with that is being kind to yourself. And this is an everyday life lesson. How we speak to ourselves is literally the make or break of how our lives will go. How you talk to yourself is like when they say plants. Now this is a fakie, but don't it look nice? Don't it look beautiful, right? For plants, if you have a plant and it's growing, they did a study on this. If you were to talk to this plant the way that you talk to yourself and say that's negatively, you say, you're stupid, you're never gonna grow to be anything, you're not strong, you're not brave, hate vomit on the plant, it's going to wilt. It's not gonna grow as big and as strong as it could, because you did not feed love into it. And if you go on the other side of things, like I say, right, take it over here, and you're over here like, you look amazing, you're beautiful, you're going to be so strong, I admire your strength. This plant is going to get big as hell. This plant is going to grow to 10 times its size, and it's going to be so strong. That is you. You are the plant, and your relationships will follow suit. So please, 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 talk to yourself with as much love, kindness, and care that you can. And I promise you the energy will just pour out from you back to you and the people that you attract. And somebody who's going to truly love you is going to pour into you as like you poured into the plant, or like you pour into yourself. That's when you know it's love. That's when you know you have a support system behind you and somebody who really will rock and ride for you. Because that's hard to come by too. Somebody who's really going to ride for you and really truly believes in you. And if you're going to give me those positive affirmations, I know you believe in me. I know you want to see me win, because somebody who didn't want to see me win is only going to talk down to me, make me wilt, make me small, when I need to be built up to be such a big person, because I will only pour back into you from a fuller cup. And we'll both be giants in love and happy, hugged up and huge, full of love. Now, I don't mean big, because some people get heavy off of that love. But if that's the case, that's kind of a physical representation of being happy, I guess. Just take care of yourselves, please, because we're in America and we don't get fed nicely in the first place. Another thing is that love cannot coexist with fear. And I've made a video about this before called Hurt People, Hurt People. And that's so true. Unfortunately, it's so true. But in our day and age, everyone is so scared of love to the point where love is hard to find, even more scarce than I feel like ever before. And it comes in many different forms of scarcity, whether it be romantic, platonic, family, love. Everyone is afraid of every form of it. And it's so hard to see why not, honestly, because left and right, people are getting smacked. Nasty talk, betrayal, hurt. And hurt is something your brain is literally trained to avoid. If you feel pain, next time you go towards it, the stove burned us last time. Why would we touch that again? Take your hand away from it. Run. Why are we going to put our hand on fire again? We just learned. Now we don't have fingertips and all the crazy, everything. Why would we put ourselves in the situation again? But you cannot view love like that. Love does not work like that. If you are living life and seeing that love is like that, it's never going to work for you, honestly, because love and life is taking risk. Never being afraid to take that risk, because you're only going to benefit from taking risk. If you sit and stay complacent in where you're at, you're never going to go anywhere. And you're going to maintain these same patterns. You're going to keep finding people that you think you can love, that you think they might love you, but you're too scared to let them get close. So you're just going to push them away. And at the end of the day, maybe they're going to do this to me anyway. So let me just hurt them first before they can hurt me. Do you see how up that is? Who hurt you? Who hurt you that bad? Okay? And I get it. Shit gets rough out here. And I've seen it. I've heard it about it. I for so long, I guess I just lived in such a little la mindset that I didn't think that things got that rough. I've now heard stories to see why people do act the way that they act. I'm not going to say that it's not justified, okay? But what I'm going to say about it is that you have to learn to let go. You have to learn to let pain go. Let go of the hurt, because if you do not, like I said, you're not going to go anywhere, and everyone that you love will be pushed so far away that at one point you can't get them back. Not everyone's willing to wait around to be like, oh, maybe he's going to feel better later, she's going to feel better later, and they're going to come around and they're going to realize that they love me so much and they don't want to push me away. No. You burn bridges, they're going to be burned. When something falls to ashes, it doesn't just, reappear full, fixed, and unbroken. Ashes are ashes. Now they're dust, and they're going to blow away in the wind, and you're never going to see them again. They're going to dissipate. So don't burn your bridges. Please don't burn your bridges. And if someone is trying to love you, at least, I'm not saying you have to jump full face into this, but at least give it a shot. And that doesn't mean you have to commit. It doesn't mean you have to be like, we need to be in a relationship right now. No. But take the steps to let them love you. Let them show you that what they say they mean. And then we're going back again to the actions and how people show up for you. If they are showing you that they are nothing like the people you dealt with in the past, okay? You had to learn those lessons from those people. Maybe this is your reward for learning those lessons, but you're never going to know because now you think it's another lesson. Because you're traumatized. And do not let trauma win. Because you might have an angel standing right in front of you. The thing that you used to hope and wish for when you were a kid, when you thought, I want to get married one day. This is going to be the person I'm with the rest of my life. This is my soulmate. This is my true love. My heart, my everything. And you push it away. You push it away. And I am a believer in soulmates. I am. But I'm not going to say that you just have one. I do think that there are multiple out there. And whatever one forms the strongest bond with you and has the less trauma response to you is the one that's going to succeed in the one that you end up with. And maybe there is such thing as reincarnation. That's what I like to believe sometimes when we come back. And maybe the other soulmate that you may have had in this lifetime will bounce back to another. But you don't know. You don't know, and you're going to lose 100% of the chances in life if you never take that risk. You're never going to see where things are going to go because you push it away. You hurt that person to the point where they do not want to talk to you. They do not want to have anything to do with you. They want anything other than love with you. They start to loathe you. You don't want that. You don't want any of that because then you come back. You're trying to get that person again. And they are so hurt by what you've done, they can't let it go. That's a permanent scar that you left on them. And just now, like you were hurt, you hurt that same person in that same way. But now it's whether they choose to move on with that hurt and let the pattern repeat repetitively, or they let it go, as you should, and continue on with their life. And just hold out hope that that person is out there for them. Because everyone has a person. A connection that is so strong that you feel like you can't live in this world without. And that can even be your family. And family push away family sometimes too because you think that you're so isolated that you have to go through everything alone, and you do not. You do not have to go through anything alone. I'm telling you, there's always somebody out there, and if you reach out for help, there's somebody's gonna grab your hand. So please, do not let your fear of love stop you from being loved. That is, I think, the most beautiful thing in life that we can have is love. And I feel like one of the ultimate forms of love, I think, is your children, of course. I do not have any, but I know that if I ever do, that's going to be the strongest love in my entire life and beyond. I would never stop living. I don't know what we turn into after this, but that's something that I don't think would ever die, honestly. And even the people that you form that connection with, if you find true love, it's going to do the same. They're going to hold that in their energy field. That's the one thing in this life almost that you can take with you. And I say almost because it's the memories that you carry as well. Memories and love. Those are what's going with you at the end of the day. None of your material stuff, not all the 5 different people that you were talking to that you never formed a strong bond with. It's the people you actually choose to love and let love you. Because that bond is like that gold string that is unbreakable. Like in Hercules, they couldn't even cut it. You can't cut that shit because it's unbreakable. That bond is unbreakable. It's love. True love. Please don't mistake love for just attraction, for just lust, because you will truly know love. Go off of their actions, go off of how they treat you, how they make you feel deeply, not on the surface level, deeply. Do you feel understood? Do you feel heard? Do you feel that you can see a life with this person and it being everything that you dreamed it would? Everything that you dreamed it would. And of course, some things are going to come into play where things get a little rough every once in a while, but is that person somebody that you can go through that with? That you can see yourself surviving those situations with? Because that's really all the questions that you need to ask and need to know. And when we're young, it's hard to just be like, ooh, that feeling of love, that feeling of attention, that feeling of affection. Love versus infatuation is such a big difference. And it's crazy because it's hard until you truly feel love. But if you really love yourself and you can center yourself and know what that feels like, date yourself, treat yourself how you want to be treated, and you will start to feel that love, that true love, just start to emanate from within you. And like I said, it will always bring it to you. That's what I've been doing. And it honestly has worked in more ways than I ever thought before. Manifested this whole entire place off of just loving myself alone. You can love yourself. Please love yourself and love those who want to love you. Not everybody deserves your attention and your love. Like I have in my arm. Love all but trust few. So don't trust everybody. In this, we're all people. I love mankind. But not everybody is truly deserving of all your attention and your love. Just know when to let it go and let it breathe. Even if you love somebody, set them free for your sake and theirs. If it's not something that you see succeeding in life, if it's not someone that you can see yourself with to the very end, you can't see yourself just dying of heartbreak if they ever were to leave you. And I don't mean leave you for another. No, I mean if they leave this earth and you guys are 95 years old in the same retirement home, they leave and you just can't stand the fact that in the next few hours you're gone too because it's too much to bear. That's love to me. That's something that you cannot live without. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of The Journey of Learning. These are things that I am learning to every single day. Every single day. So I might remake some of these episodes with more advanced new revelations on these certain topics. And I hope that my words can at least breathe some air into others and help somebody feel a little bit better of where they're at and where they're going and who they have around them. And to know that it's okay to just love yourself sometimes. And it's okay to love others. But just please, please, please move with grace and care, and understanding that not everything is what it seems, but take note of what is being presented to you, and what is, and what's being shown to you is what it is. Please take that and run with it. And if you find love, if you find true love, please hold on to that one. Hold on to that one. Hold on to your family, your loved ones, your children, your dogs, your cats, your whatever. Hold on to as much love as you can, because like I said, that's all that we have in this life at the end. I wish you guys nothing but love, light, and happiness. Have an amazing day. If you have anything you want to hear from me, I would love to see it in the comments. I will try to get back to everybody if I can. I just want to make an impact on this world, and I hope that I made an impact in your life. Until then, I will see you in the next episode. Bye.